Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the Atmas character of our world around us, and this time we will analyze some situations around the globe. And I will start from good news, is that it was officially stated that Argentina for January 2024, after immediate reforms of new president Mr. Javier, got first budget surplus in the first time for the last 12 years at least. So we see that getting rid of unnecessary officials and their positions release money that can be spent in a different way, and also release human potential, because these people, as I'm always saying, will have to go to look for other jobs and develop different skills than sitting and doing nothing behind the desk. And at the end of the day, initially it's painful, such reform, if it continues, and I wish to Argentina and Argentinians these things to continue this process, really to go on, that it will be beneficial for both sides, because these people released from the offices will find, in most cases, their new niches, their new professions, new skills. They will feel again useful, and they will do something useful and benefit to themselves, their families, and to the society. And the surplus of money, and I hope it will be the case, it can be spent, and I hope it will happen like this, that will be spent for useful things and useful reforms this country needs. So these are good news. Another good news, I don't know how to classify them, or either good or bad, are the ones that in France there was a bill passed, that this bill actually doesn't allow for any criticism of some medicaments or things that are regarded as medicaments against small Chinese friend that was hysteria around it, was tormenting us few years ago. And we see that many people were forced to take these medicaments. We remember many of them were kicked out from jobs, schools and so on when they didn't want to take it. And now, of course, because these were medicaments, chemicals in the developed really quickly, so they were not tested properly. And of course, what can we expect? There are many side effects. And now, with time, we have more and more of these side effects. And people start to complain. So now governments who sign strange agreements with the producers of the strange medicaments against small Chinese friend, they do not want to be challenged by the citizens who are getting more and more side effects, and governments do not want to pay money as a compensation. They do not want to pay compensations. So, in a act of despair, such bills are passed that doesn't allow for criticism of these medicaments from some companies that their names were all the time in media few years ago, when small Chinese friend and hysteria around it was on the top. And we see that now there is a fine in France envisioned for the criticism of this so-called medicaments against small Chinese friend, about 45,000 euros. It's a lot. And 3 years of possible imprisonment. So we see that there are two things going on. Governments do not want to pay compensation. They want to terrorize citizens who are getting more and more side effects after being forced to take medicaments. Many of them didn't want to, but because of the hysteria and some deal government had with the big corporations, many people were forced to take these medicaments, and now they are experiencing side effects. And now governments, because they sign strange agreements with these companies, do not want to be the one who will have to pay these compensations. This is one thing. And another thing, governments see that crisis initiated by this hysteria around small Chinese friend in the early 2020, now all of this closing the economy and people in the houses for long, now it results in general crisis, protests like farmer protests, craftsmen protests. So governments want to kill two birds by one stone. First, as I mentioned, they do not want to pay any compensations for the people with side effects, and they would like to suppress protests of people, and they are making these bills to have another tool, they hope efficient one, to suppress these protests of people that are now going on and are stronger and stronger and stronger. That is why, as I mentioned in my previous videos also, we should support protesters by any means. All the best, have a nice day, bye.